Hey everyone. So I got back a couple days ago from Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Orlando. It's my second year in a row going there. Had a lot of fun, 10 houses, like 5 scare zones. Great time. So last year they had a Killer Clowns from Outer Space scare zone, which was one of the highlights. It was fun to, you could take pictures with the clowns, you could kind of run around, they'd like taunt you in a way that a killer clown would. It was really fun. So this year they had an entire haunted house of Killer Clowns from Outer Space. And then my fiance and I had done all of the Halloween Horror Nights proper on the Friday night, and then the Saturday morning we did their unmasking tour, where you got to tour some of the haunted houses with the lights up, and they tell you all the secrets, and they point out little things about the mazes and stuff. And that was really cool. And they had a 3-house option and a 6-house option. We did the 3-house option, which is still a good, like, 2.5 hours to walk through. And so we also got to walk through the Killer Clowns from Outer Space house in the daytime and take some pictures in there, and that was really fun. So I spent way too much money buying way too much merch at this thing, because they had Ghostbusters, Killer Clowns, House of a Thousand Corpses, us. They had a lot of really cool stuff, and they had spin-off stuff from that. Food-wise, they had like a little alley where you could buy like special like Stranger Things ice cream and stuff like that. I didn't end up walking down it. If you'd go there, it's between Anarcade and Zombieland Double Tap scare zones. Because the only thing I wanted that I didn't find was the green Ghostbusters popcorn in the trap box. I saw a couple of people walking around with them, but I couldn't find which of the vendors was selling it, so whatever. I was too busy trying to get through all the houses and everything. I ended up doing it, the whole thing, in about 6.5 hours. You absolutely need Express Pass if you go, or otherwise you are not getting anything done. You're just standing in line. Express Pass, I think the longest line I was in was like 15 minutes, as opposed to like the 40 to 75 that most of these mazes are without one. Anyway. But of foodstuffs in the various merch stores and whatnot, they did have a couple Killer Clowns themed foods. There was like some popcorn, which was kettle corn. I'm not a big fan of kettle corn. I think popcorn should be salty and not sweet, but whatever. They had a tub of cotton candy you could get, but I didn't buy it because I figured it was just overpriced regular cotton candy. I can get like tubbed cotton candy at like the grocery store. But there was one unique thing that I thought was worth buying and flying home and then waiting to try on video, and that was the candy bar for Killer Clowns from Outer Space. This is the Killer Clowns from Outer Space cotton candy flavored bar with jelly beans. Now I have no idea what cheap, horrible-ass jelly beans are gonna be in this thing, because I have a feeling they didn't choose the best brand of jelly bean to throw in this bar that's only gonna be sold for like 3 months. But I figured this was worth a shot. I mean, if I'm looking at the ingredients right now, white chocolate's the main one. You got the jelly beans in there, artificial coloring flavoring. It looks like it's mainly just like a white chocolate bar that has cotton candy flavoring, and then you get the basic generic jelly beans. So I don't know if this is going to be any good or not. I like cotton candy flavored things enough. I prefer bubblegum flavored. Those always seem to be in competition with each other. Sheets ended up having a bubblegum smoothie and a cotton candy smoothie, and the cotton candy smoothie won the taste test or whatever, even though I wish they stole the bubblegum smoothie. But anyway, for a limited time only Killer Clowns from Outer Space themed candy, I definitely had to try this stuff out. So let's go ahead and do that. Destroying this wrapper. I don't know. I collect too much shit anyway to be collecting fucking Killer Clowns from Outer Space candy bar wrappers. Okay, so I have the bar out. So the bar looks just kind of like white chocolate. It doesn't even look cotton candy-ish. It's got like the cotton candy design pressed into it, so at least that's a nice little design. That's more trouble than FYE goes in with their themed bars. And then the jelly beans themselves look like they might be cotton candy flavored, because they're just sort of in the back here. Yeah. I mean, forget how much these bars were, but they were overpriced. But let's see how this is. Should just bite a hunk off. Not tasting much cotton candy in the white chocolate bar, mostly just tasting the white chocolate, so I wonder if the cotton candy flavoring is only in the jelly beans. So I'll get a jelly bean on my next bite. Yeah, the jelly beans are cotton candy flavored. when you're chewing the bar and the jelly bean, they do tend to go together a little bit, where the jelly beans sort of leaches cotton candiness out into the bar. But mainly this is just kind of a white chocolate bar. A pretty decent white chocolate bar. I mean, it tastes good. It's better than that Slimer bar I tried a couple weeks ago. But yeah, I'm not getting a whole lot of cotton candy in the bar itself, mostly just the jelly beans. Jelly beans aren't bad, though. I was expecting kind of like rot gut, like bottom of the line generic jelly bean flavor, but they're pretty good. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's about 8 jelly beans in the whole bar, I guess. And you can kind of see them poke through in the front, but you can definitely see all of them through the back. So, this is a decent candy bar. I like it. I'm not a big candy bar guy, I think, as I mentioned in the Slimer one, but this is good. I kind of like the white chocolate in the bar. The jelly beans are good in it. Yeah. I mean, I'm glad I didn't go for like the 3 for $10 or whatever deal they were doing at the stores there. But it was a good bar. It's for a good lark. I'd had this since I got home. I've had this in the fridge, so it's a little harder and colder than you get it if you just bought it at the park, because it was fucking 90 degrees at the park. I think it got to like the low 70s when I was there at night. But yeah, it's a good bar. Yeah. So, if you're in the mood for something sweet while you're there, I can recommend this. Or, they don't sell it on the Universal website, so you can't get it shipped to you. You basically have to buy it in the park. I assume the one in Hollywood has it too, but they had a ton of them, by the way. You're not going to have trouble finding them if you're in the park, or even in, Universal Skywalk, or whatever they call their version of Disney Springs. So, yeah, this is good. I'd recommend this if you're at the park. It's pretty sweet. I'll definitely... the Slimer one's kind of been sitting in my fridge since, because it's not as good, but this is good. Yeah.